Yeah.
Tonyl, as our first
Yep.
match, do you have the Pixel Manta ready,
I
Kratos?
do. We got
So, go for it.
we got some good bands going here. We got Balcony from Magicdoer. Unfortunately, we don't get to see that right now. I'm sad. Unless,
balcony, but it does make sense as a
yeah,
ban.
it
Not
definitely
for bomb.
definitely does. It's definitely like you gotta be a certain sort of person to want to play Balcony. And Library, another one of those venues that actually, I mean, this one's a more liked venue, but some people just can't handle it. The restriction from Magic Tour pub.
Another weird map.
Yeah, it's definitely this, especially this season where it's basically sniper heaven. And then Tonyl just was like, "Hey, I don't need to restrict anything."
Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable. Just doesn't want to
Yeah,
like make it look like he hates a specific map or something like that.
yeah, possible. Some and Magic Tour, being a good friend, doubles redwoods
That's what happens when you don't restrict Wedwoods.
or ban
You
it.
get
Yeah,
you
You're
get
a friend
trees.
of the trees.
yep, yep. Somebody likes trees here, and that will be Magic Tour. Maybe Tonyl likes trees too. Maybe that's why they didn't ban or restrict it. Anyway, Tony is a fan of high rise though, apparently. Which sort of makes the balcony band even more potentially targeted. I don't know if people who like high rise automatically like balcony, but they're similar enough.
Oh,
The
close enough.
Yep, the second pick from Magic Tour Gallery.
Another 4 of 8 for Magicdoer.
Yep, and then finally we'll finish off with one more 4 of 8 ballroom.
Yeah, so a pretty fair match. I mean, Redwoods is going to be always a bit wacky because it's got trees.
Yep.
High rise can go either way. Those are the doubled maps. So there is a bit of ability for
Yep.
fluctuation, but if it goes late, Gallery and Ballroom are probably the two fairest maps in the game. It's just
Yep.
everything's laid out for you. Maybe Modern also, but it's just the better player is going to win a lot of those games, and it's going to come down if the set goes long.
Yep.
We do have an explosive start though with Redwoods and High Rise, so
Yep.
both these players are gonna have to make sure to keep it close so that they can make it to those 4 of 8s. And we're
I'm
gonna
looking
start
at
off with Redwoods. This is the new map, all the trees in play. Makes it really tough for the sniper to get accustomed to it. But the spy doesn't really know exactly where the sniper is looking most of the time. They just know that they've got some trees to help them out.
Yep. All right, and I am all ready to go. I see Rocker here.
I
so do
also
I.
see Rocker.
And let's do this in 3, 2, 1, playing it. It's going to be Rocker going to Windows. We could see an early time ad. It looks like this is just a wait for where seduction target goes. It's going to be to bookcase. If we want to go for a double dip here, we definitely have the option, and it looks like that's what we're going to be starting the game off with. Very aggressive.
That is true. Maybe we will pick up a highlight for grabbing an inspect here in this flare, but overall, nice early progress to start.
Yeah, we got 51%. We got one inspect. Typically, what you're going to see in this situation is a visit to the red bookcase in the future, and that's going to be very suspicious. Just because if you're at both of the bookcase statues, I feel like that's the most common spy tactic for completing inspects. The 3 inspects at different statues is much rarer just because an AI isn't likely to do that.
Yeah, as long as Magicdoer does remember that Leopard has one inspect, then that red bookshelf visit will be extremely suspicious. But Tonyl getting a lot of potential mission progress here, maybe picking up this delegate after this BB here with Duke.
Yeah, we got pretty good conversations here. Seduction Target, who's been to the same bookcase twice. I don't think we particularly hate if she's out because she's just looking very AI-like. Red test here from Tunnel on the BB. This could be very lethal. It could also just be very Redwoods and unseen.
And I mean, right now, no
Ooh.
immediate reaction. That is comforting. And we also delegated to Seek.
In
So
your time playing Yeesh, do you recall a cough covering delegate?
Not often. Usually, after a cough, you really slow it down. But I do like the play. The sniper is going to be worried about the cough. The list is now seen as gone. Seek gets the highlight, but so does Tony, and now he is a little bit behind here.
I did actually get confirmation in week 1. It's not Tony. They just like the name. It's not actually Tony last initial L. We are doing what I mentioned earlier, the finishing of inspects here at the red bookcase. If we really wanted to, we could take this book, but I think the flirt is going to be our last mission, and Tonyl decides not to take the book. It would be some reassurance if we have real trouble here getting the last flirt, but seduction target looks to be fairly friendly as long as they don't go to statue.
Yeah, going to statue is not what you want to see, but it is comforting that we don't get shot for that red book. Otherwise, you'd expect that maybe a leopard would have just eaten a bullet right there if Magicdoer thought they were going to seduce. So as long as we can hit a green here, we should be in okay shape.
The
See if we can
problem
get this
here
chase.
looks like Magicdoer has done a very good job of sorting the party here through the purloin, through the banana bread. There's been a lot of things that have given people alibis, and there's a few highlights, but just a lot of lowlights too. This is going to be a real push. We might be able to get in here in time. We're
Oh, we
grabbing the
took
book
the
here
book
first
out?
too.
Oh, oh, we
Oh,
do
she
get it
stood
just
there
in
for
time.
an
Yeah,
ages though,
sorry, just being really helpful there.
and we're
Now we need
tailing
one
here
more
just
flirt, but this flirt's
far
gonna
enough
be so
behind.
telegraphed.
Oh, don't go to statue. Oh no. Seduction
Uh,
Target's been doing this all game. We're gonna be flirting at statue. It's okay if we're not dead. Ooh, it's gonna be overtime. It's gonna be 5 seconds. Seek might get shot here for just being at the bookcase. Tunnel does get away with it, and the shot does come off on Seek. Seduction Target really tried to put us in a bind, and Tunnel deciding to push the issue instead of finding anything else. I'm not sure there was much else, honestly. You have to do something absolutely nutty if it wasn't going to be that last flirt.
no, yeah, ST was really mean. Bookshelf to statue to bookshelf to statue. It's like what is this pathing? You just don't want to go into conversation at all. Really fortunate to get that flirt off at the bookshelf. Usually recommended to flirt before you pick that up, but fortunately at the end there, don't think Magicdoer was really worried about Leopard flirting at the end there. So ends up sneaking by with a nice spy win on Redwoods.
I would have been interested to see if Tunnel had just done the delegate to his seduction target, because that's what happens when you have a seduction target so active, is this person could easily be framed because I can't stop them from going to 4 different statues. It's ruining all the rest of my fun. Give me just one moment here. Don't know why this isn't going. Here we go. Looking at Tunnel on Sniper, Magicdoer1 as our spy, playing as Irish here near the statues in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Drink in hand, so nothing too cheeky available. It does slow down like a chaos swap or chaos bug when you do have that drink in hand, and it does happen about half the time.
Yeah, Chaos Bug is very difficult to guard on this map just because it's so hard to get into the proper position to guard it. You kind of just need to credit anyone who runs by the Amba. But so far, so good for Magicdoer. Nice early green flirt and potentially a BB here too to speed things up.
Yeah, I do always like when we see a 50 or 49% flirt to start. If your opponent is the type who cares about flirt, if you're just inside someone the first 15, 20 seconds, getting that big 51, you might get suspicion for it. When you're getting a 50 or a 49, there's so many things to watch early that I do think that helps, and you can always finish because the maximum you can get is a 51 if you do get 2 greens.
Absolutely. Now we have maybe a good chance to fake here. We do see that the DA is in a big conversation that we're only with Queen. This might be a good opportunity here. So far, just idling, not wanting to do too much to let other characters build up suspicion.
We're in a similar situation here. Seduction target going to bookcase. It is definitely a good way to solve a pacing issue if we go get the flirt and the inspect.
As
Magicdoer
long,
looks like, yeah, they're buying what we're selling. This might be a bit too late though. Maybe needed the
yeah,
flirt before we pick up. Yeah,
yep, same situation. Just didn't get fortunate this time with Smallman. So we'll take that one single inspect, not the end of the world. And maybe we can even chase for this delegate if we want. It looks like we just wanted the BB. DA gonna
Yeah,
be a jerk, but looks like we'll just sit here and wait for the next move.
Banana
We've
bread.
still got a reasonable amount of time.
I do like this fake. It's confirmed fake because maybe only Boots walked in after. Basically, it's always going to be fake if the double agent left and nobody else has joined. This could be a bug. It's somehow not.
Ooh. Not taking the bug there is scary because you might just get credited with anyways. But no highlight coming out on the Magic Doer.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good
he
bug.
does bug there. That is a considerably better one. But two bug paths by the Amba. You have to imagine Tonyl saw at least one of those.
Have you been paying attention to the sniper? Are we highlighting for list take or was that more likely to be bug?
I think it's more likely to be bug, but it is possible delegate just because last minute here, you just highlight the people that it could potentially be in the last minute. We do
Okay.
talk on entry. We're gonna kind of get rushed down, but this might be a nice silent game with that fake. Delegate, seduce, inspect could be a clever way to finish, as long as Tonnel knows that we don't have the real BB.
The other option is we just don't finish and hope that someone gets shot. Carlos is at mid statues, or not mid statues, mid bookcase. Uh, this is the only way we're gonna finish, but this isn't gonna allow us to do things like swap. And we also still need to do our flirt. I think we can do the inspect here, but we're still gonna need to do a timeout or
The
find something
purling
absolutely
goes
miraculous.
off. He's seen it. The safety goes off, and that is going to be the shot on Disney. That is the character we delegated to, and just Tonnel just saying, "Hey, contact BB, bug seduce could be done there at the end there."
Yeah, it's hard to give Magicdoer full credit for delegating to the right person. Uh, the person wasn't highlit, and he was so strapped for time that I think he probably just delegated to whoever he was standing next to. But definitely pays off, and I'm looking at the end of the game here. We left this bookcase with about 9 seconds left. Seduction target across the map. I think it would have been very tight if that shot doesn't come off. Was a very interesting, very
Yeah, as long as
tense
that
end of game.
conversation stays full, that like it has a spot left, we'll be okay. If it fills up or if the ST bails, then we will lose. But other than that, I think Magic Doer, even though his pacing was slow, led some opportunities for Tunnel to take a shot, especially on this map, which can be really tricky by doing the fake BB and a delegate, which is almost always going to lead to a finish. So, really nice play to start that. And now both spies winning on Redwoods, 1-1.
Okay, and we're looking at Alice here with Tunnel piloting in three, two, one, playing it.
And now I would say that's also three good characters in a row we've seen. We might have to see if there's a character meta playing out here, but Leopard, Irish, Alice are all definitely at least A tier spies. So
Yeah,
keep
for
in
sure.
lookout to see if we see any more good spy selections.
Tunnel going for the path around to this side of the conversation, and this is the reason I didn't love it, is I think we had a better chance for most of the places Ambassador would want to go if we were standing at the other side of the conversation, still getting the close flirt. We did end up with the 51%. The bug, however, did not stick, and it doesn't look like it's been punished.
Fortunately, not in the right angle to really catch that. It is just so difficult here on this map. Ooh, and that spot was so crowded. That bug, like, so many characters could have had it. So Magic Doer, although he was looking at it, don't think he really caught a really good angle of it at all.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest execution, but you don't necessarily need true execution on redwoods sometimes just because everything is a bit hard to see. Okay, this is setting up for the contact. We don't take like the immediate one. We do actually look around the party. The problem with this contact is there's nobody in the back conversation. There probably won't be for a while.
Yeah,
Taking it
and
anyways.
yeah,
Banana
we will
bread.
take it. It is a bit risky. Imagine Leopard or Duke is the SDA, then you have it narrowed down to three. Fortunately, we do get lucky there, not one of those being the SDA. So
This
we do get away with that one. And now we're
looks
on
like
pretty good
a
pace.
purloin scent. So we just gulped the drink, and we were standing next to Pearls. Yep, we're taking it. It's hoping that Pearls gets shot. We've made a real 50-50 out of it. And you're kind of trusting that the sniper has a good grasp of the game. If they don't have the suspicion on Pearls that you hope they do, then this play doesn't necessarily work out, and you are just putting a big light on yourself. Fortunately, because we have the bug, any idea? Oh goodness, this is very quick.
Hey, you like this is maybe like a 2% AI play, But maybe that's what Magic Doer is thinking as well. Like, there's no way a spy would go back that quickly. A little bit of mind games there. But that is
Yeah,
really crazy that in like the span of 15 seconds, uh, an AI would finish that quickly and go back.
my read of the situation, just looking from the spy side, good sips and whatnot. He wants to keep his etiquette clean, because really the only way that you lose this is if they shoot you for the flirt, they shoot you for a weird etiquette tell, or the AI, like the ST, just decides to go to statue and gives you no chance to flirt. But we saw that he's willing to take that flirt earlier. This conversation looks very full. This is going to be quite risky if we want to
Yeah,
go
if
in
this
there.
path misses, that was very close. If that path missed, that would actually might have just been game. But yeah, that is a situation where it is smart to just wait out the etiquette because you know you're a top suspect. You've tried to narrow it down just now. So making sure that you're doing etiquette correctly and not losing the game to that is really smart.
Yep, and this is going to be a clean finish here from Tonnel. Just getting into that conversation, not breaking any etiquette, making it a bit tight there, but pulls it off. And we're seeing Redwoods doing what I think everybody expected Redwoods to be at the beginning of the season, just a lot of spy wins.
Yeah, people aren't comfortable on it yet. So once people start getting better at it, and also this like the spy play is still really solid too. It's not like the spy play goes down because it's a new map. The spy play is still high quality, but the sniper play takes longer to catch up to the spy.
Okay, looking at general, we're just cycling
Another
through
good
these
character.
powerful
Yeah,
spies.
like just keep on giving us good characters. I mean, General is going to be so good on this map with walking bugs. It's just going to be so hard to see.
Okay, and we'll watch it in three, two, one, playing it. I cannot keep the pace of a 3-2-1 down. I don't know how Tobo does it. It's so consistent. We are heat seeking. We've done this before. This is the third time that we've seen Seduction Target go to Bookcase in the first half of the game, and the spy just want to get two missions done in one fell swoop.
Yeah, the
34%. That's not been typical. We've seen a lot of 51 so far.
The first game, we did not get highlight for a side statue, but now we are getting highlight for it. Either it's an adaptation or in that first game, Tonnel missed the first inspect. That is important information. Now Magic Doer has definitely been credited with at least the inspect and will be watched more closely this time.
Yeah. If you're Magicdoer, do you think if the ambassador goes to red bookcase, that is a good thing for us or a bad thing?
Banana bread.
Because
I
my
think it's a
instinct is sweet,
it-
you complete inspects and you complete fingerprints, but I think you'd get shot. I think it's just a huge bait, and it's something that ambassador still has a drink in hand for the moment, but I'm wondering how we're going to complete our inspects and our prints. There is a printable inspect here coming up as long as ambassador is picking up that statue. We have game plans.
there also still is a printable drink. I don't think Magic Doer knows about it because I think he would have went to go get it, but there is one available. Yeah, I think you would take a printable book, but like you were saying, everything just kind of lines up too perfectly for general there.
Looking at the sniper side, we're one of, looks like two highlights, us and Alice, and a couple lowlights. Got five, and I think most of those are from the banana bread. This is a good play. This
Yeah,
statue does not have a fingerprint, but it does leave us a clear finish. We can always go to that statue. If someone else goes and picks it up, we still have swap. We know about
or
that
the red
fingerprintable
book.
statue, or the
Yeah,
red bookcase. Now we have
we
we
have we
have
have
options.
everything. We have everything we've ever wanted, and that's a nice play by Magic Doer, just understanding the pacing and setting himself up for a finish where he's going to be guaranteed at least a win. So unless some two people pick up that statue, which is really rare on this map in particular, that'll be really good. And I kind
Yeah,
of like this
looking.
play too. Little like double talk action where it's like a spy isn't really going to be flirting there. We do take this really quickly, so Tonnel needs to make a decision here. This is the finish.
Yeah, is it going to be four spy wins? It's going to be a bit before we get the mission countdown. Here we go, 10 seconds. Shot needs to come off more or less now, and it's not happening. It's 4 seconds. We're going to the time ad fireplace, and that's game. Magicdoor winning cozy here, nice and warm.
Maybe
Whew,
Tonnel aware of the inspects but not aware of the prints. That's certainly possible. those prints were really nicely spread out. So got one at like about 3 minutes, and then saved the last one at 50 seconds, and then making sure also that you go to statues with somebody, and that you're not the only one at statues with 20 seconds left of the game was smart too. Even though it
Yeah.
did feel a bit rushed, it was not late enough in the game for Tonnel to have his alarm bells going.
Yeah, and really, when you see someone do 3 inspects, you need to be very, very suspicious of them. But you also need to remember that they've done 3 inspects. If you highlight for the first inspect and then you see them go back to statues, you have to go, okay, is this did I highlight them for bookcase or did I highlight them for side statue, or was it 2 inspects or 3 inspects? I
Right, that's where you want the ultra highlight back in the old days,
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
just to differentiate.
Uh, all spy wins. We got a tie game, and we're moving on to a very different kind of game here with high rise 3 of 5. Got a pretty standard setup here with fingerprints on, and Tunnel here playing one of the twins.
Keep on
Are you?
seeing good characters. I don't know about you, but this is something to look out for.
Yep, and it looks like they might have actually just set up the party. It seems like a bunch of popular characters, but we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, honestly, Disney and Tex are the only two out of place here. Just
Oh,
replace those
Texas.
two with
I thought
like
Texas
Irish
ambassador.
and honestly make Tex ambassador and then switch Irish for Disney. And this is a pretty good lineup.
I found that people really like Disney. Like, there's just certain people that think he's good, and I just think he has big hands.
He does, but he is quick and he does kind of blend in, so I understand where they're coming from. Tonnel does get this close flirt. This is really the only pairing to be made on this map, so this might be noticed by Magicdoer early on.
Yeah, Disney's not helping himself, but we do also have 2 early inspects, one from the other twin and one from Smallman, who hasn't eaten a highlight. Uh,
It's really scary to miss. You do not want to be missing a highlight. Fortunately, not on the spy, so we'll get away with that one. Uh, but not missing characters that go to that side statue is not something you want to do.
okay, there's a print on the tray. Uh, it might come around to us, honestly, as a difficult if we take a gulp, and doesn't look like we're particularly interested in it. That's a bug path and a half. We
Ooh.
did try the bug too, but it didn't stick. Were we just a bit late, I think?
I think just yeah, a little bit too late, didn't start it early enough. Wanted to make sure that the conversation blocked it, which it did. It was very hard to see. And the path was really nice. We were directly parallel to the sniper, just unfortunately mistimed. So now,
Okay.
but no
we got
highlight. That is the positive here.
Queen doing 2 cycles at mid statue. It's
Ooh.
up to Tonnel to not be tunneled on his seduction target and to really catch that, because we definitely don't want to lose that high suspect character to a banana bread that's done poorly. Ooh,
But
rough
now the
highlight.
highlight, yeah, for talk and entry next to leopard again, that is, yeah, we could have avoided that. We were at 85%, so could have done something different here. Ooh, and the really early shot.
Yeah,
I
that's not
guess
for missions.
that's for bug probably. And I think uh that's probably bug seduce print is the way it goes. But I think Magicdoer just was disguising the highlight, maybe trying to get Tonnel to think, oh, I'm just highlighting for seduce, don't seduce again. Where it was actually very likely for the bug that Magicdoer caught and just played it very coy.
Yeah, either that or it's just really not liking the path into that conversation, which
Yeah,
was
I mean
not
if you're
good,
shooting for
but
that, that's super early though.
yeah. So either way, fantastic shot from Magicdoer. We're never gonna criticize someone when you're shooting spies.
That's true.
And we move on to, let's see if we can get a sniper win here at some point. No, that was a sniper win. Let's see if we can just continue getting more spy wins. No, that was fun. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, we got Sorry here. Gonna be very passive on this early flirt. Oprah doesn't help us too much though.
Yeah, I would appreciate if we just don't talk here. Because now we look like we're flirting with red dress. This is fine. If your opponent's like really into flirt pairing, if you don't talk next to red dress. but it does take away some of our opportunities. If we're, say, wanting to be next to our seduction target and our seduction target's next to red dress, we might just frame ourselves particularly harder than we should be.
Right, this is the
Cool
sort of thing.
conversation.
Yeah, this is a perfect time to BB. You see that it's
Banana bread.
full. The spy would definitely take it here. Only one low light available on white dress since she was taking a drink. Can't be doing BB while you do that, but not too bad overall.
Low
Now with
lights on
Matt,
Twin too. Interesting.
ah, interesting low light there. Not getting the one on white, but taking that one instead. Maybe just timing during the talk. That could be something you're looking at as well. And
But
yeah, the talk next to red dress, it's basically, are you gonna give the sniper credit to watch that closely? Versus some snipers, like uh, I definitely think that is a solid play. So it just depends if Tonnel is really on top of it.
okay, if we want to complete missions, we should be moving right now to go to do our flirt. But instead, Magicdoer is both just standing in conversation with two people we've been with for a while. Goes for
That
the wonky I've been interrupted leave instead of just leaving after sipping. Very interesting.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a mind game there. We might just be credited for flirt though. We did have two talks spaced out with red dress at close range, so Tonnel could theoretically credit us with a two flirt with red.
We do have fingerprint off, so Ambassador over at Bookcase is just unhelpful. He's not getting bugged over there at the moment. Uh, we do have Purloin on, so we could see a quick finish if need be. And given Magicdoer's pacing, we don't have any inspects or anything. That might just be the situation here. I can't believe this would be a good Purloin.
Yeah, that would be a little bit too random. I guess we just want to wait for some more rejects. And yeah, there haven't been really anybody at Inspecs either. Like, Seek and Teal both have side statues, but they're not done. So, it's gonna be tough here for Magic Tour. Maybe he can get a bug here on the way out with Disney leaving?
I'm interested if we do something like, yeah, if we do a BB Purloin in the future, are they going to be particularly distracted because it's a second contact, or are they going to be more suspicious that the second contact is covering for something? If it's a banana bread plus Purloin, if it's a banana bread plus bug, I think it might depend on the sniper. And Tonyls look pretty sharp so far.
Yeah, and now DA leaves really hurts our mission completion. Now we're gonna have to do something like Purloin Bug, the too hard tell mode on high rise, which is
Oh,
not what you're
Smallman,
looking
that
for.
path. If someone wants to die, it's Smallman right now. He just did a nasty path near the Ambassador. It looks like Tunnel's not particularly suspicious, though, thankfully for him. We are gonna just have a one-man chain. We've rejected, though. Or Magicdoer's been fire, and Tunnel's been fire on their green tests. Ambassador doesn't take. That's a really good thing for us, though it is gonna put us in overtime, and we don't have a clear mission. We're done. There's just nothing we can do
Ooh.
except for bug. And that has to be a shot. Twin is trying to do Mr. President action, but Tonnel takes his time and lines up the shot. That was very close to a missed shot,
Actually,
though.
but yeah, I was gonna say, Twin actually beat Mr. President there. Literally just like stood in front of the Amba for a second and then followed us. So almost helped us out there. That would have been really big. But
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately the DA leaving just kind of put Magic Doer in a really tough spot.
Yep. And I mean, this is really the crux of that game was we took the fake banana bread instead of doing the move over and do the real banana bread, which is more suspicious. But since nobody did statues all game, uh, the fake banana bread didn't pay off for us in the end.
Yeah, when nobody does statues on high rise, it just gets really difficult. That's personally why, like 50% of the time, it just leads to you're playing 3 of 4 instead of 3 of 5. But some people still like the chance. Well, maybe 50% of the time, somebody does complete statues, and maybe then I can just win the game 100% of the time, as
You
long as
do
that
have the
happens.
option of completing statues yourself. It's not just there as
That
a
is true. It just doesn't happen too much, at least from what I've seen, because it just the suspicion is so high that contact inspect is just death a lot of the time for spies, but you never know.
Okay, we do have Tunnel playing this
I
general.
every good character has been played so far. Like the only one that's been questionable has been Orange Sorry, but even then, she's still a very
Oh,
good character.
excuse you,
So
the best. And we'll get this started. We do have bug opportunities here in three, two, one. Playing it. Nope, I lied. Ambassador just splits exactly the different direction than we did. What's our flirt gonna be? This is probably, yep, 27%. That's exactly what I was about to say.
And fortunate, we're nice and close to the SDA, so not going to be suspect there at all.
Yeah, not that Tonyl will necessarily know that. And
Right.
we're back to Tonyl having the better AI luck, just Ambassador going, putting prints on things immediately, Queens over at statues, and the one person who's decided to stand inside of us is the SDA. I think Tonyl should be happy with the start, at least compared to what Magicdoer just had to endure.
And this won't be a bad start either. We get another white test. We're at 54%, then we just need one more green. And we haven't really been close to boots at all, so this will be pretty low. Ooh, we do miss it, so two more flirts to go. Gonna be slow, but it is high res. You've got all the time in the world.
Yeah, these guys started so fire on their green test. We just saw green 51s to start every match, and now we've seen two white flirts. I'm interested to see how Tonnell treats a slower flirt game when he has to do three flirts or four flirts in this case, or God forbid, five flirts.
Banana bread.
Banana bread comes
Do
off. It's gonna be a
BB.
few lowlights. It's not brilliant, but the SDA was in, I believe.
They were, fortunately for us, if the SDA was out, that would have narrowed it down to General and Queen. But General, the Queen is suspect, so I don't mind it by Tunnel just trying to maybe put more pressure on Queen being the spy.
Yeah, Queen does have a drink, which means if she's gonna be going to a statue and finishing off in specs, it's not gonna be for a bit. Orange dress is going to mid statues. Tom's just had the better ALE luck here on high rise so far. This play makes total sense. We're here for the flirt. What's our third mission gonna be though?
I
That's a
mean,
question.
you're talking about, hey, doing inspects yourself. We might end up just going back later for inspects ourselves. Prints are kind of running out of time. We're gonna need to get a print as soon as possible if we're actually gonna do this.
Yeah, the problem with this does have a fingerprint and we hit it. Um, so does a bookcase still have a print? I can't believe it. People have been there, including Wheels right now.
Yeah, I think someone would have had to have returned.
Okay. Really, briefcase is probably gonna be our best option, though. Ambassador left it. Oh no, it's just gonna die. Took another civilian shot on poor Seek.
Or Seek. I'm not actually not too sure what he could have done.
I
Just because,
didn't
yeah,
see him do a bug path, but I don't believe it was for prints or inspects.
I think he might have prints. I think that's the main thing. I thought he was out for BB. I thought like
Oh
yeah, he
yeah,
was out. Yeah,
he
okay.
definitely
That's why
was.
I wasn't even looking at him.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, losing to
Magicdoer,
that is painful, but yeah, because he had
um,
yeah, Seek does have prints, so fair enough
okay.
there.
Yeah, just not taking the 100% alibi of not being in conversation there
Banana
during the
bread.
banana bread. You can always do a fake, you can do real, but you're always in a conversation, so you can always safely take those lowlights. And looks like Magicdoer didn't do that. Instead, they were more suspicious about who had the real banana bread and whatnot. But it punishes in there, and now we see Tunnel taking another spy win in a very spy win heavy set. One more high rise game, though. Here as Boots in three, two, one, playing it.
Okay, maybe the first character that's not an A tier spy. I'll give him that.
Bug, 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 bug,
Yeah,
bug, 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 bug.
wrong arm or standing bug could have been really good there. Didn't take it. Yeah, maybe just not wanting to commit too early on that. Just hey, play the slow game of just gonna let the AI do stuff for me.
Yeah, on high rise, it's not unexpected. It's just not unexpected in general. Players don't like getting shot in the first 20 seconds. It's a real feel bad. Instead, they're gonna get
Ooh,
shot 40
we're
seconds in for a white purloin. That
any
laser's lingering
reaction?
on us. I'm not sure it's 100% been seen,
Banana
but
bread.
that laser just sat on us as the purloin happened. That
Well,
Jew was
now it's
probably
been seen,
scared.
but we aren't taking BB lowlights. Okay, now we are. Maybe
So
we
do
gotta
another
just got
banana.
away with that early 30-second purloin and just maybe just get it off clean.
Yeah, it's a nice Randy purloin. Another banana bread will probably just confuse the sniper more. We don't want to give everybody alibis, but I do like our position, both for completing missions, but also just BB purloin is incredibly hard to not shoot when it's only 3 or 5.
You gotta imagine Tonnel is just laser focused on these flirts right now. because he has to. That's basically all he has left to guard.
Is
Since
that close
the
enough for 49?
I don't think it's close enough. So if we get a green, it won't be there. But Disney's gonna just be mean to us anyways.
Why do we even ask? As soon as you ask the question, the cast will not abide. Okay, fingerprints are off, so all this action with the ambassador and our seduction targets just not helpful. It's all negative. Uh, we're gonna go back in for it. Oh, we're doing the innocent briefcase.
Yeah, I mean we
Interesting.
are obligated to do that. So correct etiquette there by Magicdoer to do that. You're not allowed to end the conversation there. Just
Oh,
respecting that Tonyl knows that information, plays it safe.
cute little sip break here too. Doing stuff that we invented 3-4 SCLs ago. Yeesh. We got our flirt done. We've already done a contact, so a second contact is going to be hyper suspicious. That doesn't even matter. Queen is done. List gone. Dismissed.
I'm
And
pretty
Empress
sure
dead.
the AI invented SIP canceling.
Yeah, but then we copied it. And me and Yeesh are definitely etiquette spies. And not just complete trashers like what I actually do.
No, but yeah,
But
honestly, doing the briefcase is good. Just because Print's off. Like if Print's
mhm.
on, you just have to be scared that the sniper knows. But now with briefcase with Print's off, that is completely innocent. So
And the
now you
play
can go
makes
back.
total sense when you've done a white purloin and think that you might be top suspect, even though we know that you weren't actually Hylet.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, just I guess Tonnel just not used to the setup at all. Probably just not really ready for a Purloin to come, and then just had too many suspects remaining.
so, Kledos, what are we looking at score-wise?
A complete
4-4.
a draw. They've been
Yeah,
trading. They've been doing spy one, spy one, spy one, spy one, then sniper one, sniper one, spy one, spy one. So they've
Good
they've
just
just kind
been,
of
stuff.
been matching each other.
yeah, they've been perfectly matching each other so far.
I mean, we made
Oh,
it through the
I don't like.
explosive territory, so now we're on to the 4 of 8s that we've been
Oh
looking
no,
for.
you don't pick Seek.
You don't pick Seek. He's been shot twice already.
He
It's
is sus.
we're gonna tempt fate in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ambassador, nope, we're fine. We're just gonna hang out at the red painting. Which is your favorite blue painting, Gish?
Uh, I think I gotta go with the dark blue one in the middle dark blue one is a nice one. I'm
Over
excited
the
to see some actual artwork in this. That'll be super cool.
Yeah, there's definitely been ideas. I do love the artwork on Aquarium, though I do think some of it's like hidden in the VIP rooms. Meanwhile, we have Gallery with just the most modern art gallery you've ever seen. Magicdoer does not like this bad conversation. Did we just do a no talk,
No
or at
talk?
least not
Yeah,
believe no talk?
that's what I was
Banana
thinking. I
bread.
was like,
Oh, that
what else are we
confirms it
getting?
too. If you had any suspicions that you phantom to no talk, the banana bread with the DA does not help your case. Tunnel is in a real tough spot. What might honestly happen is we might just take all these highlights back down to neutral lights and just low light everybody else if that's the world that we live in.
Yeah, I mean, Magic Drew did not lowlight the people outside of conversation, so he's definitely not 100%. So these highlights are just going to be widespread, and hopefully he can remember the different levels of suspicion for each one.
So we tempted fate two different ways. We picked Seek, which is someone who's been shot a couple times already, and we made our seduction target Orange Dress, who I recall did make real trouble out of one of our early games.
On Gallery, it can be very scary because Orange Dress can just spend a good 45 seconds walking from one end to the other.
It's a long gallery. It's a small gallery in like reality's sake. Like if you paid money to go here, you'd be like, where's the other room? But uh,
Yeah,
in
where are the
Spy Party
paintings?
terms, it's absolutely huge. Oh, if you paid money to go to this gallery, you're like, ugh, yellow two, eh? Hmm. Tonnel, he's been in quite a few bookcases this set and never done the microfilm. I think in this case, uh, a good decision, but uh, decision I'd maybe like to see different in maybe the ballroom game. Maybe time for a microfilm if we get there.
Microfilm can
We
be
will get there, right? Yeah.
Microfilm could be a decent option. On this map, as a tall character, you really don't want to do the action test micro, so the only real option is the direct micro on this map.
Oh, this is gonna be tight. Yeah, Tonnel
Yeah,
does the
wise
correct etiquette.
decision. Uh, I think you're supposed to go once that space is opened up, but 80% correct, I think. The stop insta was good. Once somebody leaves, though, you are supposed to enter afterwards. Don't think that was noticed, though, because otherwise Magicdoer, I think, could just 100% shoot for that.
Yeah, we've seen Magicdoer. He took the nice early shot on high rise. He got the highlight here. Tunnel's been really clean most of the game, but I wouldn't want to be on the back end of trying to stuff into this conversation with an unzoomed sniper.
Bounce
This
was
seductive target is
ugly.
just the worst.
This, yeah, so just target just playing with our emotions. We did have
Oh, if you're
crazy
just gonna hit the green.
bounces. Inspect swap? Honestly, it's not too bad. Teal's just at this bottom statue here. The swap fade's going to be completely hidden. Could go for it.
Yeah, this is a position to do it. We also have the option to do purloin, but if we do purloin and we hit a white, we're peeling our hand. I don't love innocent drink take. Innocent drink take feels very counterproductive. Unless
Ooh,
it
and we
just results in getting shot for another flirt shot, I think.
yeah, that was another, hey, I'm talking, don't like it. I don't know what Duke really did, though. He just took a book out and then just kind of had it. Maybe
He
he
is near
didn't.
the ambassador, but he is holding a book, so actually, no, it's
I
still on
guess,
him.
yeah, with Duke's hand, maybe you just don't see the book at all. Or maybe you forgot about the book completely. You're like, hey, I don't know. He doesn't have a book anymore. He could have bug, contact, seduce micro. That
Yeah,
could
I
be a
mean,
reasonable
Tonyl
finish.
had a lot of success in his division, and to be fair, has had a fair amount of success in this game, in this set, though most of it's been on the spy side.
Yeah, the
So
book is in the other hand, so it's
or Magicdoer, I should say.
so he could have bugged.
Um,
The book was in the
yeah.
opposite side of the ambit.
But I think that's probably just a phantom bug, honestly. Unless he's in chat and can correct us and tell us why we're wrong.
Yeah, a bit of an early shot, so they're
It's
gonna be taking the lead here. Tonnel now looking to try to get a sniper win on gallery. Got Magicdoer as Papa Danger.
yeah, we'll see the cane in 3, 2, 1, playing it. We need we need
Just
more.
seeing these characters, I just want to highlight all of these characters at the start of every match from now on.
Just low light wheels.
Just because,
It's not wheels.
exactly, it's not wheels, it's not white. It's like, yeah, it's just funny
White's
at
good,
this
and
point.
not in gallery. So we're eating our early highlight inspect. If Magicdoer was watching the replays and saw that he didn't get highlight in game one, and then has been doing early inspects just because he thinks he can get away with it, Magicdoer is just clicking buttons. We're completing inspect, and there's 3:24 still on the clock. We're here for the flirt, I think mainly, but this is going to be a really quick finish on inspects.
Like this play a lot. Your idea is to blend in with the highlights later on in the match. You're gonna grab this flirt here to get some early progress on it, and ideally we just kind of idle, chill. Oh, after that
We
we just get
are
nice and close to the Amba.
Ambassador is actually in a spot where we're not close enough to kick them out, and now General is, but we are close enough to bug. We do have the option here to bug, but we need to do it in the next few seconds.
Ooh, we zoomed in right as the bug was happening. That might have thrown off Tonnel's perspective. He was watching it closely, but the exact moment Magicdoer did it, Tonnel zoomed in. Unfortunate timing for him. Now
Okay, so
Magicdoer really far ahead. And I think
yeah,
Tonnel was like, I was watching that bug so closely, there's no way he could do it. So you gotta imagine Magicdoer is really far ahead here.
yeah, and the nice thing for Magicdoer, when you do 2 inspects early, you know that you're suspicious. There's no question about it. So if we're doing things like we did earlier in like the innocent briefcase play, they make total sense because you know I'm always going to be a high suspect because I've just been so threatening. More green tests. These guys are absolutely on fire. I think both of them are easily over 50%.
Yeah, we've had a lot of green tests. We even had that green purloin that we didn't really get to see on high rise. Only white tests that have really been impactful was that white purloin on high rise, but I mean we did winning with that,
And it
so
was missed.
yeah, exactly. So the white tests haven't been burning our spies that much. And now we're in
Okay.
really good shape here. Just timer flirt BB as long as Taft helps us out. If Taft is annoying, we might have to do something like a swap late or purloin late.
A third visit. Now go away, Ambassador. You're not helping us here.
Yeah,
Uh,
we already have it. leave us alone?
I mean, they're gonna leave in 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna finish on timer flirt. Really, you'd love to do a banana bread in the back conversation, and just looking down the alleyway, it looks like double agent's in. We're probably gonna be moving here nice and quickly, and these guys are just making the right decisions. And when I say right decisions, I mean the decisions I say they're doing them 2 seconds later, and I'm in diamond, so clearly they're right decisions. Another
All these
bug because we just need more bugs.
Yeah, that's really going to be the crux of it here. Was Tonnel actually aware of the bug, or does he really think that
Oh
Magicdoer has it?
no, 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 no. Worst case scenario, double agent leaves and we just filled our hand because we figured that we could fill our hand and then do the banana bread. We're gonna have to gulp, or we're gonna need to have double agent get back in here real quick. Uh, Either way, yeah, we're we're drinking this real quick. I would have liked the gulp right then. Oh, double agent, you lovely man.
Banana bread.
Ooh,
And
this
we hit
BB
another
is
green too.
bad, but we will take it. And yeah, no shot coming off right now, so Tonnel does not know Magicdoer has bug, or is, on the other hand, was like, I was watching this guy so closely, there's no way he has bug.
Despite he's
So
been near the ambassador good 4 times this set or this game. Yeah, I mean, Kane, bug, good. Who knew? No, who knew's not insta it. Yeah. Never mind. So another spy win. Cletus, do you have a spy win counter over there? Because I feel it's like 8.
It is. Well, there were only 2 sniper wins, so
Yeah, and we're 10 games in. That's 8 spy wins and only 2 sniper games. And we're moving on to ballroom, which is definitely even more potential for spies to win. It's been very 50-50 historically, and we've been playing it since season 1. Got more twin action here, though this one's a bit more bling. In 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
that timing.
Yeah. The
But
countdown never.
either, although the timing is bad, Tonnel's
Oh,
timing is
hello.
not.
If you're,
We're gonna early purloin here.
I would have
Maybe
liked to bar on
noticed, but no, we're not
51.
gonna
Let's go.
rush.
Go, go, go. Rush, rush, rush.
I mean, you
You've
are
got you.
playing the tie here at the bare minimum, so Tonnel really does want a quick win.
Don't
Honestly,
time. Don't
great
timer flirt.
guts going for this early purloin. I like it. Just saying, hey, on this last game, I'm just gonna turn up the speed. I've been slowing it down with inspect, context seduce. I'm just gonna ramp it up this game.
Yeah, if DA comes in here, we could do something like BB Bug, but they don't. We're just doing the timer flirt. I don't love it, but we do still get the big green light to do the rush if we. Oh, hello. What happened? Oh, the
I think
purloin's
we've
just been noticed. Oh
oh,
no.
oh, we were just one character too late on that. Magicdoer has the right read. These are the correct rejects, except for Tonnel. He has the correct read. He was just a little bit too late on that purling at the window. So now Tonnel has a free ride here, but Tonnel did see the laser pass over him. I don't know if he really knows if it's a highlight or a low light just yet.
Yeah, the problem with the purloin is you know that you're likely to be lit. Um, and usually high lit, but uh, if you're going to be high lit or low lit, it's going to be necessarily a bit harder. We're not returning the list or anything wonky. We're just going to mid statues. This could be the finish with 155 on the clock and a low light. It's going to be really hard to shoot. One of the reasons Tunnel might die here, though, is if Boots is being suspected for the swap, and then we swap, we would likely be in trouble.
No, yeah, I like this play though. You gauge the suspicion. You see if you're high lit or low lit, with the seeing if the laser comes over you or not.
Ooh, nice bounces.
Yeah, really nice bounce there. Obviously not going to be noticed by Magicdoer, but still good nonetheless. Especially since you might suspect your highlight with Purloin Center statue.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see is maybe usually in this situation, I would like a banana bread before doing the real banana bread. But we're low lit. Really, as long as we do the banana bread and the double agent in conversation, we should win. Um, we could hedge our bet with grabbing something like a book, just so if the double agent's an absolute monster and doesn't give us our opportunity, we have something else in pocket. But let's see here. Double agent does settle. We do have our opportunity. We are gonna have to path near the ambassador though.
Yeah, and look how many people are out. There's so many people that might just get rid of too many people to Tunnel's liking. I think he might pick another mission instead, maybe even Bug, but Bug is catchable.
It's just the bug,
Oh,
but we're low
it
lit.
That path was so sus. Does Magicdoer, can he bring this back? I think it's doable.
Yeah, there's no shot coming off though.
Uh,
Too confident on the Purloin Lights, and I'm gonna say it, I think this is Magicdoer in his own head. When you've had such trouble on the sniper here so far this set, and you see a Purloin and you just want to win the game. You just please give me the opportunity. Please white Purloin and just let me shoot you. But Tonyl's just been so hot in the green test and just doesn't give him that chance. 5 spy wins for Tonal. We'll see if Magidura can match that here in game 12.
Man, this is needed for the tie. Now playing Leopard. We're gonna have to see something special here in order to make it a tie.
Damon's so tall. But we'll get this started in the sudden death final match, final game in 3, 2, 1, playing it. That's how Toba does it. Cool. These guys have been AI controlling to their first pad, and it hasn't really punished them. They haven't seemed to particularly mind going to statues early, anyways. Though it's usually been for the flirt. We could go to blue bookcase, but blue bookcase doesn't really hold two people all too well.
Yeah, Magicdoer
Hmm.
again playing this low. I do like it. Just guaranteeing that nothing bad happens. If you bite
Yeah,
the bullet on an early Purloin, sometimes it pays off, but sometimes it just doesn't.
we've been having so much success as Spy that doing the same thing that we've been doing makes total sense. And what we've been doing has generally been playing pretty slowly and picking our spots. Uh,
Yeah, getting this gradual mission progress with soft
yeah,
tells and then leading into a hard tell in the mid game and then closing with a soft tell to win. That
yep.
same pacing has been working every single time with either Civ shots or spy mission wins for the most part. So let's see if Tonnel can watch it.
Yeah, we do have a couple highlights. I do want to note that Taft does have middle statue nice and early, and that kind of matches the sort of gameplay that we saw on Gallery, now doing a path near the Ambassador. Uh, there's incentive for Magicdoer to keep Taft in for the banana bread, and more incentive to play slowly, though we are running low on time at this point. Time ad would make sense. It's a logical play.
Yeah, and we get just a little bit of distance off of Papa Danger, so maybe we can enter at a better spot. Yep.
Good news. Does not appear the time ad's been like heavily reacted to. Bad news. The person I said was being hyper suspect was so suspect that they can no longer be the spy.
That is a little bit unfortunate. We do replace Taft with Smallman going to middle statues, so we do like to see that. And
This is
Magic
a
Gear may
bug
be setting
spot.
up for a bug, yeah. You can do like a reverse walking bug here, sort of. You just transition it. Ooh.
Or we are just moving in to go swap for Smallman potentially. Immediate swap before the
Oh,
rotate
the
is allowed to
frame!
happen. This is
And
a
we get that
Smallman
so
frame.
quick.
It's classic.
I
Salmon
love
does
it.
put down the statue too. We are going to complete our. Yeah. We 3 cycle, but doesn't matter. Smallman down. It's never a bad shot, but it is a losing shot. We do start off our cast here with a tie and 10 spy wins.
It's a bold frame right there. Usually, I was saying that most of these they were playing slow, but I love the two mix-ups there at the end by Magicdoer on Gallery, mixing it up with the really early mission progress with the fast inspects, and then mixing it up here with the frame, which you just don't expect at all. And even
Yeah,
though no BB's gone off, just takes the shot on small one just because so many mission wins have been happening.
yeah, and that's the nice mix up. He definitely had the option to just push the same thing over and over again, but at some point your sniper's going to learn, and I think we both agree. Just fantastic spy stuff from Magidor. Fantastic spy from Tonnel. He's just so clean. Minus like I think one or two small little etiquette blunders, and deservingly so. Now, if they're going to end up winning the division, I think both these guys are good favorites, especially with this showing today. They are going to need to start shooting some spies at some point, but just really good showing. I think both
Yeah,
should be
you
proud of
definitely
their
know
play.
that if you're going up against these players, that their spy is really, really strong, and that their sniper, although maybe you can find some weaknesses here, I don't think it's going to be so easy to just be like, oh, I'm just going to play the exact same way and get away with it. These
It
guys
didn't.
can
It
will
didn't look like
adapt.
bad sniper play, honestly.
Right.
Like there were some shots that we can't really explain, but that doesn't. that doesn't make them any less scary, and they're in a division that both these players can definitely take over. There's no like Legorv in their division.